Abusua ye nyɛ nim sɛ there are some kinship issue bi a ɛkɔ so wɔ Ghana hɔ. Create problem kakra. Na abusua video ndi kan beto abonte no. This is the second time I'm here video afa sa issue no. Na me say me di kan ka say ni flani oso beto boaboa na ne esi bi so. Because guy no utie ne kasa ne mu ne dimi na ne audacity or the kasa na ubehunu say wo nipa bi o mota na chi a wo ye ade na wo ye no. Eti mami ka say no. Mami nya abotre do medical first video there. But there are some more revelations eba abonten a ye kire say. Enye ono ankasa ne pe ana ode ye ne wo ye no. Ne mo mpanifo bi eta na chi. Politicians can ho, governments can ho, the Ghana Traditional Council can ho. And when you say to me now, or the yes adium. Na busua me hu se video bi so security. A dey kire say say you pushy guy no out of Ghana no, it won't be possible because the guy no companies and so on and so forth in Ghana. Because maybe Oscar. Now already my previous videos no, me they can't catch them say guy no what influence Ghana politics. Iti when me near but the person may catch the youth of Ghana and they say they should not allow this to go on. And na se mpanifo no mo Ghana na dwen no ada na se ato nsuom na wo mu ni momu entimi control o man na e was the youth no ye ni ankasa ye fa kwan bi so ni ehunu kwan e be fa so e be den ye ni ankasa ye bobo e bla because the so-called politicians and these leaders no they cannot help you in any way. They will rather frustrate you, these people. Now, if care is not taken, they will suffer a lot. Now, when you go to Nigeria, you see how Nigeria is going on right now. Everywhere in Nigeria is catastrophic. And these same people, they have already destroyed their nations, and they are coming to Ghana to develop Ghana for us or to destroy Ghana for us. It is all the catch him say the guy no companies binti no yenya ne man nye wo ye ne sa ne man masa mamo security this videos no media no so sebia mo to nipa na dwene mo to the youth na dwene sebia mo tu anamon a emwa wo mo. Because say you dwene say guy no companies wo Ghana ntina ni kwa say ye ni kwa say take action na see and take action na a time will come on. The price that our children will pay, no, it will be more bigger than what we are going to pay now. So what I'm trying to encourage the youth, they say they should take action now. Because the leaders will not help you, these people. The leaders will not help you. The politicians will not help you. They will rather sell the nation for you to suffer. That is what they are doing now. They are doing all these stupid things to enrich themselves. Omo yesa na ma we nyina e de nya omo hu setam. Na busua guy ne se mbi kan say bibia wo ye bia no wo ekitafo wo no. Mebo videos makomako bia mo ahwe. Me videos best for me bebo amamu nyina ma ide mo ahwe bi. Na ma hu ba bia guy no e de wo fi a wo ba. Na first video no mo me enkohwem la. Na mo hunu ba bia eni ma ne start ya dey if ya ba ni ba bia ya ba do ne mo me first video nimla
it chooses who's gonna be their king, so it does not mean you must come from a royal home. You can be any Igbo man as long as the community love you and they want you to lead them and they will choose you.
Now, looking at you being an Eze in a foreign land, one would say it wouldn't be an easy task. It's not something that is a soft thing to do. Kindly brief us on how this became a reality and if there were any predecessors before you.
Okay. somewhere 2010,
Yeah.
Igbos in Ghana made me the chairman of the first ever Igbo New Year Festival in Ghana 2010. You can see the picture is somewhere there.
Okay.
That's the first time of
That's
Igbo New Year Festival in Ghana
2010.
2010. Then, soon after this program, the Igbos in Ghana realized my performance, the kind of love I have for our tribe, and they started approaching me to be the first ever Igbo diaspora king in
Abusia se wo hwe video ni ya aho. Video ni mu no. Sa wo mo ye festival bi 2010. According to video na wo hwe no. Wo mo ye festival, that is Yam Festival 2010. After the festival no, ana wo kire se ono ankasa nkofo ne ba ye se on be so mo ye no wo mo chairman, not a king, wo mo chairman. Now after the chairmanship no, I think say so only the two anamon said the Ghana Traditional Council no, I didn't who say it was so mukone nasi and I said the bad year. That one I don't have answer to it. Now the mention say you video a Ghana Traditional Council ne ko ni fee. After 2010 no, I think that was 2012 and a Ghana Traditional Council no, e ko ni fee. Almost ko crown no, king e wo ni fee. Now say I don't want to use any hard word on these leaders. But the kakra mekan say, "O my mistakes. Adwene wo fam. Adwene wo fam. Eti ne ye push the youth ne say, "Say mo mpanifo na adwene wo fam a, mo the youth no, mo so eni kwansa mo so madwene den e wo fam." Because anima we ya no ma ya ama Ghana abedu bempempensuwe. You see, Ghana na ye wo no. We hate ourselves. Say Ghana ni be a company e wo Ghana. The government will try everything possible to collapse the company. But as a foreigner, ebe be a company. Your money tax free. Ya allow no money flow out. Ya allow no money develop. That's why I'm saying, say, we hate ourselves. We yen pese yen ya you be develop. But falling about, you be Ghana money develop. That is what is happening in Galamsey site and so on and so forth. You see, the Chinese are taking over. And this Igbo guy also is trying to take over because he has seen, say, Ghanaians, we are very cheap. But the youth are not cheap. The leaders are cheap. But the youth, we are not cheap. Ebusuya afa mu mienko he video na the Ghana Traditional Council eko ni fie eko crown the king. Na fumbe hu bia ono ankasa ofiri awo ba. Ani die nti awo crown ono ankasa ne ho king. Enye ono ankasa ne fom so afa ba bi. Eye mpanifo no ma dwen wo fom. Adwen ne nya adwuma. Na wo pese wo crown obi kra king na, wo na asole ko ni fie eko crown the king. Oh, it means say watom madwen ne nya adwuma. Si eti asantemam na otumfo oti kokoso asole akobi amampon hene ho se me ba be si o hene se mampon hene atofo mi ni ebesi new kina new chief a na otumfo atutu ne nase eko mampon se me kwa akosi wo hene no empadefo duru be bia ya monwene efa eduru be bia ya ne yehunu adwena adam tirim. Ya na mama ye nu ye ho se mo ye mpanifo na mudi yanim. Mo sole a mo twi camera na mo be simanim na mo didi asantefo atem. Sa ne ma we entimi nsi wa asantemam. Entimi nsi wa asantemam. It's not possible. Entimi nsi wa asantemam. Ebusu mo de mo menkwe ebra the so called Ghana Traditional Council eko ni fie no. Eko crown the king. Mo menkwe sa video ni mla. Na message so do wadwen kire. Ebeba comment section wo na yenhwe say e wo see allow no e ma ne ye ne wo ye na the outcome of what he is trying to do no ebe the bad ye say the besi aye mumye ko esa video numla
and a member of the Ghana Traditional Council. if I should continue, we have me, I take this man. Me, I take Kawasaki. I take Kawasaki. The head of the basis too. The document chief here, you can be second. We have the Queen Mother of Otubron. Now, Chiche Ajima. We have Nyafua as Facha of Dakuma. And then New Okai, a member of the entourage. And a lawyer of Akwete Kawasaki. We have Na Adokali, who is the Queen Mother.
Abusia, sa video we ana eye ebra the Ga Traditional Council ne ko ni fie no. Ekosi ne hene no. Na ebra kosi ne hene no. Omo nkuta hodie no. Na Ga Traditional Council mpanifo na nkasa ewo ho. Omo president at that time no. Na wono so wo ho. Na wono kra de wo kan asem a ewie peye. Say wunye ye nua sesi a na emom wo ye ohene wo ye king. Sa video no so me bobo amati. Mo me ko he sa video no mla.
Bring down trouble, let us know. Because we are more or less part of it. So I believe
Abusia eno na sa video na ahwe ye no eye bla na the Ga Traditional Council the president at that time no wo all kan kire ni say wonye ye nua na emom oye wo hene sesi ye no. We know say mistakes no enya abawi, but that doesn't mean say if the leaders are making mistakes here, the youth should also follow. No. We are calling on the youth to go out on the street to protest against this so-called Igbo king. If not, as I said, if care is not taken to pay the price now, our children, sometimes to come, will pay a bigger price. It's better say, you be pay price no ene. With the little price you be paying in no, enkoye kesiye for the near future. Now fe abusia mami mo video bi nkyere wo. You were one guy be your friend Rama. I don't know the name itself, but I think it's Rama alone or so. Walker said we shouldn't allow this to go on in Ghana because in their tradition, you know, or in their culture, no, the Igbo themselves, you know, they don't have a king. They don't have something called king. In Nigeria, they don't. In the previous years, you know, in the previous days, you know, they don't have something called king. Kinship issue the Yoruba, the Hausa people. The Igbo themselves, they don't have something called a king. Because what the guy said is that when you go to the Igbo communities now, all the communities, no, every community, leader, that woman. It no many king. In their rare traditional issues, in their rare tradition, you know, they don't have something called king. It's one the so-called king, no, or find a kingship neither. King. In their tradition, you know, they don't call anybody a king. Because but because our leaders are dumb, our leaders are so stupid, that they can sell Ghana for 1 peanut. That's why guy nenya opportunity. They create all this confusion. And I think say the youth will bear with me, say they will not allow this to happen. And the Igbo who say because the Igbo people know they are all over the country. Somebody also will stand up somewhere and say, especially when you go to Ashanti regional, you have many Igbos there. Somebody also will stand up there and say, which I don't think it will happen. I watch this say, in the quasi a town, a masadi, is you Ghana, ma'am. And yes, sir, you pay price. A time will come. No me question video. Na message say busuya. Wo dey comment, e beba comment section wo. No wa share video na mame. Na uko YouTube Lions TV GH. Uko TikTok the same thing. Uko Facebook also the same thing. Ebusuya be say so follow page no. Na wa subscribe ama YouTube no. Ebusuya me go the next video no.
Do not support that any Igbo should call himself a king in Ghana. Any Igbo should not even call himself a chief in Ghana. My last video was an explanation that king is alien to Igbo culture. The Igbos traditionally did not have kings. So, ab initio, a person of Igbo stock that goes anywhere and calls himself a king is already violating Igbo traditions. And when he does that in foreign lands, he puts us in a spot. Because people will be thinking that what he's doing is what he took from us. The Igbos borrowed the idea, they assimilated the idea that somebody could be a king from the Yoruba, from the Fulani, from the Hausa, and from the British. Traditionally, the Igbos did not have kings.
Abusuya, now we need the new update. I dey blame. The same day can message. Say what they comment. Ebeba comment section. One watch video na maye. Eti abusuya say utie video na the last video na me boy na. Every video no. Sit down and analyze it. Nehwe say I was here allow this the so-called Igbo king no. The man ye niema wo ye wo Ghana na. Forget about the companies that he have in Ghana. So also we in adwuma, we don't have problem with it. But in order for him to crown himself as a king in Ghana, and then you have problem. No one is trying to push Nigerians from Ghana when you are living there in peacefully. Because maybe as one, they want you to live there peacefully, not violently. So we don't have problem with Nigerians. Keep that in mind. So I'm say or yes we are. Was so better almost 30 years. You need any problem be. But because of this issue, no, and you need any problem. Our no one kasa sunim say, when you're right. But because our leaders are stupid and dumb, that they can sell Ghana for a peanut, they don't care how the ordinary citizens are going to suffer. But as I said, the youth, you need to step up, stand up. Otherwise, these people, these leaders and these so-called politicians will sell Ghana. You, the ordinary citizens of Ghana, will become foreigners, and the foreigners will become citizens. And no start here, no. Because imagine, say, this guy we are talking about, what were about 12 soft chiefs under him. What distribute to women. There were other areas. Now, who even that traditional, and I say, Gamancheno, Ankasa, what take Gahono. Nipa do say, I don't want Ankasa, what me a crown or chiefs. Nipa do say, Monfan Saman quadrin, Ginimu. Namon home. Because say be kind, say ya 2-1 among a mayor. A time will come on, our children will pay a bigger price. They forget about so called say companies work Ghana. The rightful thing need to be done. That is all what we are asking for. And the leaders and the politicians will not help you, the youth. You have to take the lead so that you can have a proper future. Otherwise, these people will sell Ghana for you to suffer. Ebusuya mede mbesia na message so be share video no. With all due respect. Shalom.